guys, so nice to have you here on this channel with me today. Wow, it feels so good to say that. I have not filmed a reading in quite a minute, but I'm back. Okay, so today we are going to be looking at what energy do you guys exude. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna be looking at, what type of vibe do you give off? We're gonna just get a little we're going to get a little peek into your energy. Okay, so let's not spend too much time talking. As we can see, the time that I'm filming, Mercury is in its shadow. Mercury is about to go retrograde pretty soon. If you don't know what that means, in astrology, Mercury likes to go back and forth quite often. So when it goes in see, this is what happens. When it goes in retrograde, communication is not as smooth sailing as it usually would be. So bear with me, okay? But let's just jump into the groups that we have for you guys today. For group 1, we have this shell here, group 2, and group 3. Now, if you know what group you want to choose based off of a nice short glimpse, then the timestamps will be in the description box. So go ahead and click on your timestamp. But for those of you who want a close-up, by all means, here we go. So group 1, this is your shell close-up, okay? Very interesting, I thought. I'm not sure where I found it, but still gorgeous. Group 2, here is your shell. I think I found this in Tybee Island, I think. But this is your shell, group 2. If I'm going too fast, pause, go back, take another look if you need it. But group 3, here is your shell. Very different. I mean, all of them are quite different, but this is your group. Your shell, group 3. So take as much time as you need to decide. No rush. The timestamps, like I said, are in the description box. And if you have not already subscribed, consider doing so. And if you enjoy this reading, leave me a like. But without further ado, I will be jumping in now. So see you in your groups, you guys. Toodles. Okay, hello group 1. So if you chose this very pretty shell here, quite nice, I really like this one, then this is going to be your reading. I'm going to place your shell right there, and I pulled this card just to try to get a peek in the beginning, just to see what I'm getting myself into. Okay, so let's take a look at what card came out for you guys. Okay, a full moon in Leo. Don't let your pride, well, where did I see your? Don't let pride get in your way. Okay, so I said don't let your pride. So let's see, do you guys have a prideful streak? Maybe, there's this part of you that sometimes represses the urge to step into the spotlight, or sometimes you kind of hide your light under the basket or under a basket, and so you try not to overexert your confidence, but sometimes maybe with that repression of that confidence, it can come out in ways that can seem maybe a little bit prideful in some of your actions. So let's say, for instance, you're having a discussion about something that you know tons about, like you study this topic, or this is something you're so passionate about, and you meet up with someone, you guys are having a discussion, and they say something and you just feel like that is just not right. And so you're very stern on correcting or being like, actually it's this, and I know because I read and I've gone to school for this long and I've done this and that. Maybe you're one of those people who just has a lot of knowledge and you don't get to express it as often as you would like. So honestly, we're not gonna get too deep into that card, okay? Because I feel like let's just get some more cards. So we're gonna jump right into the tarot to see what energy do you exude. I think I want to shuffle these cards just a little bit more. I'm gonna do one shuffle, then we're gonna start. Okay, it's not the best but that's fine. Anyway, let's see what energy does group 1 exude. You guys' energy is quite interesting, I will say. Let's see. What energy does group 1 exude? What energy does group 1 exude, please, Spirit? Guides, angels, what energy? Interesting. What energy do they exude? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys probably don't get a chance to really show the knowledge that you have, but you have a lot of it. I feel like you know your stuff. You know your stuff, okay? Can I get one more, please? What energy do they exude? What energy? Interesting. I say one more. You guys give me 2. Okay, with the Knight of Swords on the bottom. So, you know, I was saying that, you know, if you were to have a conversation with someone about a topic that, you know a lot about, you would be very quick to be like, I'm correcting you because that's just not right. And listen, I understand. So we have the Hermit and Death right next to each other. So honestly, you know, you guys might be fairly spiritual. I will say that you guys have had to transform a lot, and maybe, whoa, it's like, why am I getting interrupted? 1 second. Ooh, okay, I'm sorry about that, group 1. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, I think I was saying that you guys are quite spiritual, but I do want to say, even if you are not, I mean, you're here, but I feel that you've had to really do some introspection. I'm not sure if you guys have went through some type of time where things have slowed down, maybe during the pandemic, or a time where things really just weren't happening. It helped you to see a new side of yourself. But this is the energy that you exude. So I feel like you have this really intense really intense energy, especially with the Death card. It's like, as soon as you walk into a room, I feel like unintentionally eyes get on to you, but not in a way that's like the sun. It's more so like, who is that person? You know, you're very mysterious. I feel a lot of people wonder what and who you are. You could be into mystical, occulty things, but even the way I'm talking, it's like I'm sorting through fog. Your energy is quite interesting, I feel. It's just like you have this quiet confidence about you, and I feel like it's with this don't let pride get in your way. It's like, you know, deep down, like, I am immaculate, okay? You're amazing, group 1, but it's like you don't get the chance to really shine your light in ways that really help to show how much wisdom and how much knowledge you truly have, that you could really be sharing. I really feel as if this reading is about the energy that you are exuding, but I feel like I'm supposed to be telling you that you have so much wisdom that should be shared. I feel like you have a lot of things that you've gone through, so many transformations, so many epiphanies, so many aha moments, that maybe you keep to yourself, or maybe you think about a lot, or you do a lot of thinking that helps you to come to these conclusions. I really want to get clarifiers really bad for these cards. But let me finish what I'm saying really quickly. With the Eight of Wands, like I said, there could have been a situation that slowed you down. But in general, I feel like you're more of a person that is kind of not too quick, you know. Even though we have the Knight of Swords on the bottom, I feel like you have very quick thinking. I feel like you are a very great thinker. Maybe you have Mercury in Gemini or Virgo. Or you could just have heavy Virgo placements and Scorpio placements. Who knows? That does not have to apply to you. But with this Knight of Swords on the bottom, I think this is more so alluding to your mental space, to your mind. I feel like you think a mile a minute. Does that even make sense? A minute of what? You just think very quickly. You have lots of thoughts. But I do feel that although you have so many thoughts going on, your outward expression, it's more of a slow moving. You're not too quick with your movements. I feel like they're very graceful and very just it's like mellow. The movements I feel just a very slow moving type of energy. But underneath the surface, I feel like there's a lot going on. Like you could be experiencing so many different thoughts, going through different realms, just so many things happening beneath the surface. But people only see this mysterious, intense energy about you. And I feel like you're a hard person to read, group one, because even I'm struggling a bit to really get down to the bottom of your energy, because it just seems so I don't even know how to describe it. It's like I'm sorting through different aspects of you. I feel like there's so many different parts of you, and maybe people don't get to see all of who you are. Maybe you keep a lot of your keep yourself, I feel like you keep to yourself in general for the most part. You could be a more on the introverted side, but I do feel that you have this very intense and expansive internal world. Like you have such a deep connection, I feel like, to your spirit guides and angels, or your spirituality in general. I feel like you find refuge in that area of your life. I'm really supposed to be reading your energy and the energy that you exude, but I feel like I'm doing more so of a read on you, honestly. It just feels like you find more peace in your own energy, and you don't really give the opportunity to really allow others to meddle with your energy, or maybe you get drained fairly easily by others, so you keep to yourself to preserve and to really just focus on what you want to focus on. I feel like you're always trying to better yourself. Let's get some clarifiers though, because this is quite interesting. Can we get clarifiers for the Eight of Wands, please? Yeah, it's like you like to be thoughtful about your actions. You don't like to just go full speed ahead, you know, without thinking. You're not the type of person to say action first, think later. You're very much, let's think out a plan, let's come up with a way to go about things. You seem like a very well put together person in other people's eyes, and they wonder, like, do you ever have times or moments when you're just not, you know, put together? I feel like you just come off as this person who is just in their own world, low-key. Like, people really find it hard to probably even see you. Maybe you're one of those people who pops up every blue moon and it's just like, you know, I just really feel like you enjoy your own space and your own energy, and I think you give people a lot of wisdom and knowledge when you come around them that helps to transform the way that they've been thinking about things, or transform the way that they even go about their own life. I really feel like you just bring a lot of truth. Like, you're just truth. Yeah, with the Tower on the bottom in the reverse, it's like you kind of come in and give people this sort of rude awakening. It's like, whoa, they're not expecting to see you for one or to hear what you have to say. It's just like the things you say impact people to a point of no return. Like after you say, yeah, boom, after you say things, it's like, wow, they really have to go back and think about what you just said, because it enlightened them to new ways of living, new knowledge. You seem very deep, and I think that's why I'm having a hard time reading your energy, because there's just so much depth to you. And like I said, I feel like on the surface, people won't be able to get a really good read on you, because what you see is not exactly all of who you are. That's what I'm getting. So can we clarify the death card, please, Spirit? Can we clarify? No, that's too many. Can we clarify the death card, please? Yes, very focused, very driven, very interesting. You know, it's like this reading, I don't think it's gonna go the way that I want it to go. So I'm definitely gonna have to let go of the reins and let Spirit drive this reading, especially for you, group 1. The Chariot and Death make me think that you've had to definitely overcome a lot. Maybe some internal wounds, some emotional baggage you've had to release or transmute. You've had to really gather the courage to keep going. But I feel like on the external, that strength that you've had to build by yourself, I feel like you've had to really go through a lot on your own. And really sort through a lot of your past issues on your own and take some time out to really get in tune with yourself. I feel like that power that you've built up within you is shining out. And I think I honestly feel like a lot of people might be a tad bit intimidated by you, if I'm being honest, group 1. You could be quite intimidating, not only from your willpower and your drive and your pure ability to just see things through and have that vision and going after it and kind of overcoming any challenges and obstacles that you need to get to where you're going. Not only do you have that ability and that vibe, I also feel like you have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, and a lot of faith and trust in something far beyond this earth that helps you to see things that a lot of people don't see. Quite interesting. Can I get a clarifier for the Hermit card, please? Can we get clarity for the Hermit card, please? I saw that. Seems like you guys, you know what, Spirit, I need you to give me only one, because I don't have all the time in the world today, but I will take note of that. We have the Three of Wands. Yes, you're always expanding. I feel like the people, maybe, oh, it's just interesting, group 1. Maybe you've been this type of lone wolf type of person where you're just like, I'm gonna do what I want to do on my own accord. You know, you take time to yourself without really caring about how other people think, because I feel like you make sure that not only are you a balanced person, I feel like your inner balance is the most important in general. And you ensuring that you have that inner balance is what helps you to, you know, really share your energy with others, because I feel like you're the type of person who doesn't gain energy from interacting with other people. I feel like I've already said that you could be an introvert, but it just seems like you're very keen on protecting your energy. It's like group 1 should be titled Protect Your Energy. That's the vibe you give. Like, you're very protective of yourself, and rightfully so. Because I don't feel like you've gained this strength overnight. I think you've had to definitely come into your own. And maybe this is why this don't let pride get in your way is coming out, because you've built so much of your strength, and maybe you're trying to overcompensate from what you did not do in your past. Maybe you were too passive in your past, but now you're very, very strict on your boundaries, and you're not going to just allow other people to kind of make you go 2 steps backwards from where you've gotten. I hope this is making sense. I feel like I'm going all around. My head kind of feels like in the clouds a little bit. But anyway, with the nine, whoa. See, I'm getting lost in the sauce a little bit. Your energy is quite captivating. I'm really trying to figure it out. And I think that's what people try to do. Like, they try to figure you out. But I don't think there's any figuring you out, to be honest, group one. But we have Justice and the Hermit, and I feel like you are this person who is balanced, who is, well, people perceive you as being balanced. Like I said, you seem very put together, very wise, so beyond your years. Maybe especially among your peer group. People are like, yeah, you may be our age, but the way you think, you are definitely far beyond. Like, people could just be wanting to have a good time, and you're like, well, this isn't gonna last. You know, those habits that you have right now are not going to be sustainable. So I just feel like you're this teacher. You have a lot of wisdom to share, and people just enjoy hearing you talk. But sometimes I feel like the certain people kind of might feel as if you have this complex about you, like you are smarter than everyone else. But listen, honestly, I feel like you're incredibly intelligent, but I think that energy that I'm picking up on is just people, it's like they might be just a little, I don't want to say jealous because I don't want to put that energy out there, but if I'm being real, you know, jealousy is one of those feelings that people have. So I think you might be a victim of people kind of looking at you in a way of like, why are they so, I don't want to say perfect, but I feel like people view you in a way that's like they don't see what goes on behind the scenes, because you work out all your problems and you come out looking like you have everything together. You have a plan, you know what you want to do, but I don't see that being as easy as it was. You've had to go through a lot of challenges to get to this type of enlightenment. Can we get one more for the universe? I mean, not one more. Yeah, I really do feel like you have a very imaginative side of you, very captivating, very deep and rich inner world, I will say. Quite interesting. Can we get one more for the Nine of Swords? Like I said, very intense energy. Could definitely have some Scorpio, or people might think you're a Scorpio. You don't have to be, but I just feel like you have this very deep, penetrating type of energy. Like, you see through people's mess. Feeling this heaviness as well. I don't know about you, group one. It's quite, I don't know. It's an interesting energy. I want to say that you could have this perception of life that may be just a little bit too, let's say you could be a realist. Like, you could be like, this is the real life, this is what is, but maybe that could come off as a little bit pessimistic to others. Maybe they feel like you're always going through something, or I don't even know. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know. It just seems like there's some walls up, and I can't quite tap into your energy, and I really just want to get some cards to help me out. Because it feels as if you know, your energy is quite reserved. I feel like you're a quite reserved person. And it's more so not about the energy that you exude, but more so about what you're going through, and to have faith that you can come out of whatever predicament that you're in, and releasing the worry and the anxiety that maybe your past brings you, or the loss of past situations have brought you. Maybe a certain thing didn't work out the way you wanted it to. Now you're having to come back to the drawing board and really use your wisdom and your knowledge and your ability to really sit down with yourself and analyze certain situations to come to a clearer perspective of what you should be doing going forward, and how you can use that internal world, use that rich side of yourself that not many people get to see, and allow yourself to be more open and more free with that side of yourself, rather than keeping to yourself because of past hurts that won't allow you to express yourself in the way that you want to. Because I do feel like there's people who really do want to get to know you and really want to see a new side of you, but I just feel like there could be some walls up that prevent you from being able to truly let your hair down and truly trust that people are out there who will nurture and care about you, and really see you for who you are without you having to be overly defensive or um, overly to yourself. I feel like you could be the type of person who does isolate themselves, but I think it's important that you try to uncover those parts of yourself that want to keep to yourself, or wants to maybe hide how much confidence you have, or hide your abilities, or whatever it may be. I feel like there's something that you are not allowing other people to see fully, and I think that is wanting you, and me, I think it's wanting me to not focus on what other people think, but to focus on how you want to be seen, and focus on how you want others to respect and acknowledge you. Because I don't think that the energy that's being put out, I don't think it's an accurate representation of how much is kept within. I feel like there's a lot that still needs to be shown, and there's a lot of creativity and wonder and expressive energy that wants to come. I feel like your inner child wants to come out and play, okay, but you keep that to yourself. And I feel like the more you keep that to yourself, the harder it is going to be to attract those people who fully align with who you are. So definitely put yourself out there more, group 1. This is not how I wanted the reading to go. Okay, this is not how I wanted the reading to go, but your energy, excuse me, is quite interesting. And with this card, I keep coming back to don't let pride get in your way. It's like, don't be so overprotective of yourself to where you kind of keep everybody out, because I don't think that's what you want. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who want to really get to know you, because you have so much to you. But anyway, can I just get, let's just see some information. Spirit, what cards do you want me to read for group 1? What was I just talking about? Yeah, like I said, I don't think this reading is going to be about other people. I think this is more so a reading for you, and that's why it was so hard for me to kind of get the energy that you exude, because it's like I can't really give that to you when there's another message that's trying to come in. I gotta do what Spirit wants me to do, okay? So you know, this was more so a reading for you, group 1. Definitely allow yourself to be more out in the open. Don't keep to yourself as much. I feel like you've learned a lot. You have a lot of wisdom. You've gained a lot of insight. You have a lot to share with the world. So don't be so protective of yourself. Release this old version of yourself. Release the stories that you've told to yourself that people are untrustworthy, or this or that or the third, okay? Release all of that, because when you finally do and you allow yourself to come to terms with what you have been going through, you kind of see the growth that comes from it, and you allow yourself to be open to this new phase of life, of welcoming in the people who can see you for who you are, okay? So let's see. Wow. Right. So I feel like you've been on this quest for knowledge, and you really have been trying to come to a terms with yourself and going after things that you want, and really a lot of focus on you. And I feel like a lot of people feel a bit left out, or feel like, oh, they don't like me anymore, or feel like, oh, you just left us and haven't really cared about how we felt about it. I don't know. There's this sense about people kind of feeling repelled by you, like you don't want anybody to mess with you, kind of. And I feel like it's urging for you to find this balance between, yes, honoring your time alone, but also, with this Libra energy, sharing yourself and sharing ideas and talking and making new connections and allowing yourself to really just share yourself, because we're not supposed to be by ourselves. We are social creatures, so definitely allow yourself to be open to new to new in general. Just open yourself up. And with perfection, yes, a lot of repeating things. With the Hermit card, the Virgo energy makes me think of perfection type of energy. I see you being a person who is always trying to perfect something, maybe perfect yourself or trying to improve. And maybe you can be a little bit critical or harsh towards people, but maybe unintentionally. I think you just want to help people. I feel like you could have very heavy Scorpio, Virgo energy, but to kind of, look at that and be like, why am I being so critical? Am I too hard on myself? And is that hard critic within causing me to be overly critical of other people? Just some checks and balances here. I'm not trying to, listen, don't shoot the messenger. I feel like I always have to say that, because my spirit guides, it's like they want me to do readings. I come up with an idea. They're like, ha, you thought you're gonna do what we want to do. So listen, don't shoot the messenger. I just am giving you the messages that want to come out. So okay, yes, and have faith, okay, in your journey. I feel like you're at this point in your life of feeling maybe just a bit stagnant, a bit like what's going on. Maybe you're in this introspective period, maybe your dark night of the soul, who knows. If it resonates, let me know. If this reading is not resonating, I definitely would say just don't even watch, because I feel like this reading is going to be different from the rest for sure. But I feel like you're at this point of having to analyze your past, seeing how it has hurt you, seeing what pain and burdens you have carried with you, and letting those go, seeing which ones need to be let go, and seeing where the release needs to happen, so that you can come to a new sense of balance and a new sense of faith, so that you can step into your new I feel like you're opening a new chapter. You step into your new chapter of life. With perception here, definitely a shift in your perspective is happening with this Hermit and Justice. I feel like you're definitely shifting gears. Things are being released. You're shining light upon your past so that you can let it go, to have more faith and trust in where you're going, and to not stress so much about the past repeating itself. I think you're allowing yourself to kind of express yourself in new ways in this new chapter, and it's causing you to relook on how you've been approaching life thus far. And also with rejection here, I feel like you have to recognize that from your past, I feel like, yeah, you could have gone through some rejection, or could have gone through some times, or been in friend groups, or in situations where people didn't honor or respect who you were, or didn't understand you. And you could be a very individual person, very individualistic, very keen on what you think is what you think, and no one can really just feels very fixed, some fixed energy. But I'm thinking that it's asking you to acknowledge that those times where you've gone through rejection, that was for your highest good. You wouldn't want to be in situations where people accept you but in a superficial way. And maybe that's happened, but that was in order for you to come to terms with who you are and to recognize that, you know, not all things are meant for us. And we don't want to be stuck in situations that make us feel worse than if we were to just leave that by the wayside. I'm also seeing this to express yourself more in new ways and to not hide how you feel. It's learning to express yourself in a new way, maybe painting or allowing your emotions to be expressed more often. Okay, so I'm done a lot with that. Honestly, group 1, I feel like I've spent a lot of time with you. I'm gonna go ahead and close out your reading here. I hope that this gave you at least some advice, because I know that this is not exactly what you signed up for, but it wasn't what I signed up for either. So with that being said, I'm sending you so much light, love, abundance, and happiness and prosperity. I hope that you go on and you allow yourself to shine so brightly, because that is what you deserve to do. And hopefully, if you enjoyed this reading, you can leave it a like and subscribe to me and let me know in the comments how it resonated. Again, this is not how I expected it to go, but why have expectations when we never know, right? So, yeah, that's what I have for you. It's been nice, group 1. Wonder if you can say the same thing, but yeah, I'll talk to you later. Toodles, y'all. Okay, hello, group 2. If you chose to shell, then this is going to be your group. Whoa. Whoa, group 2, what energy do y'all have? Cause why did I just start singing? Okay, why did I start singing? I'm excited. What? Like, what's going on? Anyway, let me just jump in. First of all, I want to say a disclaimer for you guys. Listen, last group, I did not expect for it to go that way. So I just want to say that bear with this whole reading. My spirit guides, the way they work, I start recording and they say, boom, you thought you were gonna do that, but we have a little trick up our sleeves. Okay, so just beware, because they are tricky. Okay, not like that, they're just really interesting. So if there's a message that wants to come through, baby, I can't hide it. You know, I can try to do the reading the way I want to do it, but at the end of the day, I have to say what they want me to say. You know, because that's the only way that this works. But let's just jump in. Okay, let's jump in, because your energy is quite interesting. I love it already. I don't know what's going on, but I got this card to take a peek into your energy, to give me a little preface, okay, to let me know just a little bit. So let's see. Ooh, step out of your comfort zone. Group 2, yeah, see, because when I opened this reading, I started to sing. Okay, and that's not the way I would open my readings, but I don't mind it, especially for y'all. With this step out of your comfort zone, the energy that you exude is definitely like a carefree, like free spirit. Okay, you do things that normally people would be like, oh my god, I can't believe they're doing that. Like, I would never, because I'm just so afraid and I let my fears hold me back. Let me chill. They probably don't say that, but I feel like you don't let your fears hold you back, period. Okay, and I love it. Don't ever start doing that. You know, don't let your fears hold you back, because I feel like you already don't, but I think you have this type of zest for life. And I'm thinking of that Lana Del Rey song, and a lust for life. It's called A Lust for Life, featuring The Weeknd. I'm gonna let you know that those lyrics, I really want to sing it, but anyway. Listen, go listen to that song. You'll know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm feeling a little goofy about it, but take off. Let me stop. So yes, I feel like your energy is so fun. That's what I feel. Very fun. You get people out of their comfort zone. You're probably the friend that's like, come on, let's do this, let's do that. Dang. Oh, let me take this call 1 second, you all. Okay, 1 second. Okay, group 2, I'm so sorry. Where was I? Okay. Like I was saying, I just feel like you're the fun person, like just a fun person. So let's get some tarot about just who you are, okay? Not who you are, well, the energy that you exude. Okay, let's see. Please, my guides and angels, can we tap into group 2 and the energy that they exude? Okay, please. The energy that they exude, please, Spirit. Group 2. See, there's that fire energy, that Sagittarius energy, okay? You like to break out of the ordinary, I feel like. You know, you like to keep a level of balance, but at the same time, I feel like sometimes balance can feel a little routine for you. So you like to shake it up. I think you like to stir the pot just a little bit, okay? Yeah, you don't like to be bored. That part. You don't like to be bored. Yeah, constantly wanting to do something fun. Like I said, can we get some more? What energy do they exude, please? Okay, definitely a leader. You give leader vibes. Definitely the person to kind of get friends together. Let's get the cards out. Let's get the cards out. Okay, what energy do they exude? I just knew I felt some passionate energy, that fire. Okay, can we get one more, please, for them? What energy do they exude? What energy do they exude? One more, please. One more, please. One more. Your cards. Okay. Interesting. In the world. On the bottom. So, definitely liking to embark on new journeys, liking to explore interests, tap into some new hobbies, okay? You give this on the move energy, okay? Like you're on the move, doing things out there, experiencing life, okay? It's quite, I think a lot of people are drawn into you because you just seem so interesting. You seem so out there, so fun, so magnetic because of this wand here. It's just like you have this sense of growth and prosperity about you because I feel like you take initiative, you take the lead. You don't like to be too stagnant, you don't want to be too stuck to your old like if you do something, it's like, okay, been there, done that, let's move on. I'm picking up Sagittarius fire energy in general. But not only do you have that side of you, I feel like you still have this practical side of still having this enthusiasm about anything that you're doing. Like you could be doing the most mundane things and it's like, oh my gosh, like clean up, everybody do your share. You know, it's like if you're cleaning up or having to take on a task, you find a way to make it fun. And I think a lot of people really appreciate that light, fun side to you because there's just so much in this world that is just so boring and you know, not to diss the boring side of life because obviously it's there for a reason, but I just feel like you're not on that side. You know, you're on this fiery, let's get things done, let's have a good time, let's shake things up, let's just celebrate. You know, I just feel like you have this side of you that people really, I feel like that's the side that they see, at least. Maybe you're not like that all the time, but I feel like people always see you as this person on the go, someone who always has new opportunities coming to them. You seem to be surrounded by blessings, okay, by bliss, by greatness. But I see that you have this look to you, or you're able to kind of bask in the joy of life because you take initiative to go after what makes you happy. You go after your dreams, you go after what inspires you, and you're always in this inspirational energy to just make life your play date. I don't know how to really say it, but it's like you make your life your own. You're not gonna just sit passively and kind of hope for the best. I feel like, yeah, you hope for the best, but you also put your best foot forward, and that's what keeps you going. And I feel like a lot of people kind of soak in that inspirational, motivational type of vibe that you have because it's just so bright, and you really fill a lot of people up. I feel like you have a lot of fun. It's giving extrovert energy, to be honest. You seem like the type of person that people like to have around them because you just keep the vibe high. Like, you're a very high vibe person. 1 second, I need to take a sip of water. I'm just hearing a lot of songs in my head right now. I'm trying to think of what the title is, but I don't know if I can think of the title without singing it. If this groove, kick off your shoes, it's alright. I think it's Groove Tonight. Yeah, share the spice of sorry, a card fell, y'all. But definitely, y'all have this groovy type of let's just have fun. That's the energy. So let's get some clarifiers for these cards. Can we clarify the Temperance card, please, Spirit? Can we clarify the Temperance card? Would love if you could give me a card. Thank you. Boom. Yeah, what? Y'all's energy is very, boom, here I am. That's what it is. Excuse me. No one can miss you. You light up a room. Can we, okay, thanks. Clarifier for the Ace of Wands, please, Spirit. Very inspirational. Clarifier for the Page. Thank you. Always on the move, like I said. Oh, and look at that. So for some of you, I don't know if you have a partner. Maybe you're always seen with your partner and it's like couple goals, you know, y'all are out here being amazing together. But anyway, with the Emperor here, okay, what? It's like you hold on, because I'm seeing fire and water, fire and water, fire and water. It's like a balancing of the two, bringing that together to get things done. Boom, bam, boom. With the Emperor here, you see this? Okay, I just feel like you're a showstopper. You get things going. You are the leader of a pack, okay? With this Aries energy, I'm feeling fire, water, like I said. It's like constantly trying to balance things out, but keeping things going. I love y'all's group. Definitely the type to not be stagnant, okay? You are constantly trying to elevate in and experience all that life has to offer, moving on from things that you're done with, okay? And attracting, as you do this, you're always attracting abundance. It's like you allow things to just flow. Very go with it. You're allowing I feel like you're one of those people who's just in the moment. And you know, I feel like those people who are in the moment, okay, you get the most blessings because you're not becoming too stuck on one area of your life. You're not becoming too, held back by your own fears. I think you're always trying to just overcome them because you see that as an ability to gain more experience, more abundance, more connections, just more opportunities in general. And I just keep looking here at this goat because I feel like you have that goat energy, okay? Like you're the goat, period. It's just, I'm thinking about all of these celebrities and these songs in my head. It's like you can have the potential to become a prominent figure, I feel, if you're already not. But I feel like that you're really stepping into your own. People see that and they're just in awe. It's like, wow, they really have to just honor your presence. I don't know why I'm doing so much. It's just your energy feels regal almost. Like people are thankful to have you people are thankful to have you in their life because it's like you have this bright way of viewing the world. It's giving that Sagittarius. I want to say, I just keep getting fire energy. And I think that we all need some fire. Like, fire gives passion, inspiration, joy. You know, that's what I think of. And I feel like you have this ability to really shine your light because you've really taken the time to move away from past situations that didn't make you feel honored, that didn't make you feel, you know, respected, or didn't help you to feel in that emperor energy. Like, you are moving away from things that made you feel less than who you really are, and you notice, like, that's not where I'm supposed to be, so let me step into who I am, period. Okay. And you've really given a lot of love to yourself, and this has helped you to be that beacon of inspiration for others, and allow yourself to pour into others in general. Period, point blank. I feel like you do it unintentionally. Just your energy is so refreshing. You know, you help people to kind of, it's like you have this chill, relaxing vibe about you, because there is this Cancer here. Like, you, not Cancer as in the zodiac sign. There's this Cancer card here that's very homey, very nurturing. Like, you have this ability to calm people down, or to provide them with calming viewpoints, because you have such an inspirational, optimistic side of life, or view of life, so that you help to kind of balance people's perceptions and bring balance to how they view things, and help them to see another way and not get too stuck in their own belief systems, and learning that, you know, you can build yourself back up to be motivated and to go after what you want, and to leave behind what once maybe did make you happy but has no longer been doing that. It's to always progress forward, and to always learn to step out of your comfort zone, and that's an ongoing process. Okay, I really do love y'all's energy. It's quite inspirational. Hopefully you guys become motivational speakers one day. You're always moving towards better and bigger opportunities, is what I feel, and people see that. That's the energy that you exude. Just an abundant, optimistic, joyous energy. Very fun, but also you have this leader quality about you. Big energy is what I feel. Big energy, and it's like words cannot capture. Okay. But I do think you've had to take some time to get to this point. You've had to really allow yourself to overcome your past, or to look back on past situations and recognize it's time to move on. I think you've had to heal some parts of yourself as well to become this person that you are. Maybe you're on this healing process, but you still allow other people to see this beautiful, I keep hearing inspirational, like you just inspire those around you, is what I feel. Although you may be struggling, I don't want to say you're struggling right now, but you could be going through things on your own, but people would never know, because you still present yourself in this way that is so like, wow. It's all I can really say is wow. You're always moving forward, is what I feel. There's always this progression for you to move towards your abundance, and I promise you, you're gonna get it. I just want to say that. So let's see any more with these cards. I think Spirit is just gonna say advice or anything else that you need to know. So interesting. Yeah, I feel like you're not too worried about what other people think as well. Like, you're gonna do you regardless. And I feel like maybe some people, you're not everybody's cup of tea, because you are this positive, very progressive type of person who is a leader and just doing what they gotta do and on their stuff, and always pushing the norm and going out of the comfort zone. A lot of people like to be comfortable. They don't like to step out of their comfort zone. They don't like to progress. Okay, some people are just comfortable being where they're at, and I feel like those people are the ones that you might not have had the best of experiences with, and you've had to kind of recognize, like, you know, they can think what they want, but they're not gonna hold me back. I'm still gonna do me, and I'm still gonna be who I am and go on down the path that is meant for me without letting someone else's opinions dictate how I, you know, go about my life. So that's right. See, like I said, you don't care. You strip away that old sense of self, in my opinion. Like, maybe you've had to leave a background that just didn't align with you, or leave a relationship, a friendship, whatever it may be, a situation, a job, anything that it is. You have had to kind of shed that side of yourself to really step into your own and to really appreciate who you are. And with this chariot here, it's like you're always persevering. You have this willpower and this drive to get you to where you're trying to be. And I think it's really respected and honored. And I think a lot of people recognize, like, you just don't care what other people think. And that's what, it's just like, I'm trying to think. It's kind of giving me Nicki Minaj. I don't know why. The song "Do We Have a Problem" is in my head. Like, anyway, it's just like, you're just very stern and very clear on doing things that make you feel good, because in the past you've had enough of not feeling good. So now it's all about you and how you want to live in a joyous, abundant manner. Okay, you'll do what you have to do to get to that point. Okay, so can we get, I'll say, what did I say? It's like, you're just this beacon of light, like a miracle graced upon the people in, you're a miracle to the people that are in your life. Very abundant. Like, what more can I say? Very abundant. And I still feel like you have this side of you where people are trying to figure out, how did you become this person? Like, you know, how are you able to just step into the unknown and not feel scared or feel like things won't go your way? But I feel like you have this abundant type of mindset that, you know, regardless of what happens, things are going to go your way. Okay, there's no choice but for it to go your way. You have a lot of divine support, and I feel like that's why you have this ability to really tap into that optimism, because you're so connected to your spirituality. Even if you aren't overtly spiritual, I feel like you have this connection through your emotions of you knowing that feeling good is going to lead you exactly where you need to be. So you make that your priority to do what you have to do to make sure that you get to your happiness. Even if that means overcoming challenges, overcoming doubts, fears, and worries, you take time out to try to uncover where those come from so that you can kind of overcome them. Using your fears as motivation, you know, stepping out of your comfort zone. It's like your fears and your perceived limitations are what inspires you. It's like challenges are what you live for. Because at the end of the challenge, it's like, you know, a miracle is coming, and right behind that miracle is abundance. Just a very abundant group. I love it. So I'm gonna get these cards and see what type of energy, just some extra information for you guys. I love your group. Let me just say that. And I last for life. Let me stop for real. Sixth house. That's an interesting twist here. So actually, this could be that your work is pretty important, what you do on a daily basis. You could be seen a lot there, and that's where most people kind of get this vibe from you, is like from your work or from your daily activities. People might see quite often. You could be quite healthy. I want to say people look at you and they're like, wow, you're radiant, because you just look good. Like, your fitness and your health could be quite admired for some of you. Okay, let's get some more. Earth, very grounded. Okay, very grounded, very practical, I want to say. We did have this Page of Pentacles, despite this fire and water here is inspirational. I still feel like you're very grounded in your approach. Okay, you have a level head and people admire that. Okay, very leveled, very balanced. Can we get more for them, please? Can we get more for group 2? Virgo. So I guess this lines up. Maybe some of you are Virgos. That's very interesting because it was not matching the cards, but hey, you could be. You could be quite introspective. I said like not, but excuse me, okay? I was more so like an epiphany. You could just be quite introspective, very analytical, and that's what helps you to overcome these challenges. That side of you, people see how structured and orderly you are, and that helps you to have this this feeling about you know what you're doing. Like maybe in the background you do all of this stuff, like getting your plans in order, making sure that you are on the right track, making sure you have a routine in place so that you can have fun. Maybe you schedule these fun times. I just feel like people look at you like a ray of sunshine. Like a ray of sunshine. But I feel like in the background you do a lot of introspection and work. Maybe you go out in nature quite often. Can we get more, please, Spirit? Let me get the more, please, for group 2. 3rd house. Yeah, maybe you interact with your neighborhood a lot. You could be in a organization, or you just communicate a lot with the people around. Very mercurial energy. I feel you could just be a talker. Like you have good conversation and you're able to talk to so many different people. Maybe you have a lot of interests, a lot of hobbies. Very interesting. Any more? Okay. Whoa, it's too many. It's too many. With this Venus card coming out though, I will say that you could look really good and people admire how good you look. Said that with the 6th house, you guys could be really focused on that health and looking good. Okay. This is all I'm taking. Okay. I do feel like there's a depth to you. Maybe it's low-key, because for some reason I just feel like this part, because it's going on the bottom, so we're gonna put these here, here, and here. We have the 8th house, the 12th house, and Pluto, which is some deep energy. Like I was saying, you could have overcome a lot, had to really process and reorganize the way you approach situations, because your past definitely has illuminated a lot about your mental processes, the way you approach life. And maybe in the past you weren't this happy-go-lucky person. Maybe you had to overcome some challenges to get to this point, overcome some mindsets, trying to understand more about how you think and getting a better look at your own psyche so that you can present this beautiful energy out into the world. I feel like you've had to really take time for yourself to uncover this beautiful side of yourself. It's always been there, of course, but maybe there's been some situations that have blocked your ability to express it as much as you are doing now. But I feel like there has been a lot of transformation and a lot of shifts in the way that you approach life, and that's been because of situations that have caused you to have to relook and reanalyze things for yourself so that you can go about life in a way that fits more of who you are in the present and not who you used to be. With this step out of your comfort zone, okay, you are always moving forward, and if you needed a sign of knowing if you are on the right track or not, let me be the first to tell you that you are. And if you are going through a hard time right now, I feel like this is the energy that you have within you, and it's just asking you, if you are going through a hard time, to think about what limits you, what holds you back, what mindsets or feelings, maybe even from your past, that you might need to release and transmute into this. How can you persevere through this time to get you to the miracle that you know is there for you? for those of you who are going through a hard time. But for the most part, I feel like your energy is quite inspirational, and I think a lot of people really do enjoy you. So very interesting to have the earth energy though. It's quite interesting. Maybe you guys are earth signs with a lot of other placements going on. Who knows? But anyway, group 2, I really have had a good time with you. And I'm not surprised with the cards that came out, because immediately when I started, it just felt like a nice, comfortable, good time type of energy. So yeah, if you enjoyed this reading, let me know in the comments. Leave it a like and subscribe if you want more content from me. And yeah, that's just gonna be the end of your reading. So hopefully you have a good rest of your day, night, or evening. Okay, and I am going to see you in another one. Toodles, group 2. Okay, why am I singing? I don't know, but bye. Okay, hello, group 3. So nice to have you here. You chose this shell. Okay, this is going to be your reading. So oh, I didn't even explain what this card was about. So I got this card just to have a little preface into your energy, okay, to tap just a little into it. Already, I feel like group 3, you have a whimsical type of vibe. And I kept hearing that group 3 is whimsical, group 3 is whimsical. Oh my god, my words. When I kind of just sit with the energy before I start, and all I kept hearing was group 3 is whimsical. It's like, what is my words? What are my words? Anyway, let me just get back to you, group 3. Let's take a look at this card and let's see what it has to say. And like I see here, with the believe in the impossible, you have a very dreamy energy, dreamy, whimsical, ethereal. Like, what type of words can I come up with? It's like very, you have this type of visionary type of vibe to you. Like, maybe people don't see what you see, but you are able to have this ability to see the best in all things and believe that things will turn out to be amazing. If that's how I can say, I just feel like you have big, beautiful dreams, big, beautiful ideas, and maybe some people might think, oh, come back to earth, like ground yourself. You are a little bit too in the clouds, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like this should be appreciated. You know, those people who are able to dream big and to have a vision, I think those people are the ones who become the millionaires, who become the people who are renowned because they see their vision through. And I think you really honor that creative aspect of yourself, and you give yourself the space to just explore your feelings, explore your thoughts, and explore what could be, because I don't think you like to be too confined to what is. You know, I feel like you feel as if there is more to the world, there's more to life than just what is, and you would not be incorrect with that thought. So let's get a little bit deeper. Why don't we? Let's see some more, please. What energy do they exude? What energy does group 3 exude, please, Spirit? I just feel very you guys might have a bit of a seductive like energy to you. It's kind of like drawing people in because you're just so just otherworldly, I feel, and they're like, wow. I'm getting Piscean energy. Definitely getting a little lost in the sauce. Okay, I say that quite often, but let's just see, what energy do they exude, please, Spirit? Knight of Pentacles. That's energy. I mean, that's energy. That's interesting. Put the star here. Can we get more? What energy do they exude? It's like your cards are coming out pretty quickly. What energy do they exude? Like, wow. One more. Wow, like, do you see that? Do you see that? I'm gonna go ahead and get clarifiers while I'm here. Can we get a clarifier for the Knight of Pentacles, please? Clarifier for the Lovers, please. Interesting. Clarifier for the Four of Cups. Wow. And clarifier for Three of Wands. Okay. Clarify for 3. Like, what did I say? Your cards are like boom, boom, bam. There you go. Okay. So, wow. Group 3, are you quite the person? So, I feel like this is split, you know, between a message. It might be a little bit like group 1. Not to say that I honestly don't feel like the energy is at all like group 1. So, just to throw it out there, this is definitely different, but I feel like group 1, you know, the main purpose of me having this reading was to tell you guys the energy that you exude. And I think I already did tell you, you have this very dreamy, whimsical energy about you. But I also feel like this is going to be a reading where I have to tell you a message, group 3. So here we go. So, should I start with the message first or the energy? So, okay, here we go. I do feel like you have this dreamy, childlike side to you where you just enjoy life and you bask in... One second, please, you guys. Okay. I do feel like you have this childlike approach, this creative energy, very daydreamy. I feel like daydreamy is what I keep getting. And I think maybe sometimes you have so many ideas, so much creativity to you that, you know, maybe it's like kind of, yes, you have all of these ideas for what can be, but don't limit yourself because of your inability to make a decision or not knowing exactly where to go or how to get to what you want because of you being able to see so many different outcomes, so many different ways about going. I feel like that's what kind of slows you down. So maybe people see you as someone who is a visionary, who has so many ideas, who is able to kind of really apply themselves and be super creative and come up with amazing, innovative type of, you know, things. But I feel like the action taking part is the area that might need a little bit of tweaking because maybe you have these amazing ideas, but there could be a lack of planning or a lack of knowing about how you are going to get to your dreams or how you can make your dreams a reality. And maybe, you know, two things, okay? I want to say that you have this ability to bring people a certain level of awareness and you allow people to kind of, I feel like what you see is not what you get from group 3. It's like people are kind of shocked by you and your essence. Like, you know, they could think that you're one way and you're not that at all. Maybe they project onto you what they expect, but you could just be prone to people projecting an idea of who you are onto you that doesn't really line up with who you actually are. But I do feel like you still have this sense about you that is very confident and very sure about who you are and what you want, but at the same time, it's like, how are you going to go about getting it? And is there a level of balance between practicality and, you know, daydreaming and spirituality and all of that? Because maybe the planning part could be a little bit difficult, or actually putting some thought into action, because, you know, I just feel like decision making and actually planning or allowing yourself to decide what you want can be a little bit difficult. Trust me, I understand, same. But you can, I feel like you have the ability to get to where you're trying to go, because I feel like, you know, the divine has your support. I mean, you have the support of the divine behind you, but they just need you to get to this point of doing what you need to do so that you can allow them to intervene and bring you the blessings that you want, and without feeling a bit apathetic because things aren't going your way, or you're not seeing the life that you want, or the things that you've dreamed of aren't really coming to fruition right now. And I feel like the believe in the impossible is also a message for you to not lose your faith and your hope in what can be, but to allow yourself to destroy what is keeping you from making the decision and going with it and doing what you have to do to fulfill that vision of yours. Because, like I said, people see you as this visionary. You have so many ideas. Maybe you even offer your ideas to other people. You have this way of coming up with plans and expanding. And you could seem very balanced to other people because you could have this type of expansive view of life. But for your own personal life, I do feel like you need to be trusting your own yourself more, not seeking out validation from other people to direct you to where you need to be, but knowing and standing in your own power and knowing what is right for you, and not feeling kind of pressured by the external forces to do what they want, or to because I feel like maybe some people are pressuring you to be more realistic. Like, maybe there's like this it's interesting, like, you could just have this very whimsical side to you, but people might try to bring you back down to earth and say, okay, great, but come up with a plan. Come up with, like, how are you going to get money? How are you going to support yourself, you know? And maybe you're a bit hesitant about going in that direction. Maybe you feel like, you know, what other people want from you isn't what exactly lines up with who you are and your vision for what life is. And so maybe that's where the confusion comes from, because your head and your heart are battling each other, because you're soaking in what people are telling you. Maybe it could be parental figures, it could be really anybody, or society in general, telling you that a 9 to 5 or a stable job in a corporate, wherever it may be, like something that's stable and grounded, could be what your brain is thinking, like that's the best way forward. But your heart is calling to you to work on maybe a dream of yours, or work on maybe something that's been very dear to you, that you just get inspired by. That's calling to you, and it's hard to kind of decide which way is the best way to go. And maybe you're just stuck right now in the planning phases of like what to do. But I do feel like take some time to try to find some awareness to break down this blockage of not knowing what you want, or knowing which way to go right now, because I feel like you know the answer is deep within you, but I think you need to take some time out to meditate and really try to gain a deeper understanding of yourself and what feels best to you, and how you can expand from your current situation, and how you can feel more confident on your way forward, and knowing that anything is possible, especially right now. You know, we're not confined to the limited options of our past. We have an expansive expansive view at this point. You know, the world is opening up to us right before our eyes. So we have to allow ourselves to kind of come to a balance between what we want from our head, I mean, what we want logically, and what we know is best for us on an emotional, intuitive level. But back to the energy that you exude, okay? So I do feel like people, you could have a standard job, you know, you don't have to be out here doing whimsical things. I feel like that's a side to you that maybe you keep to yourself, or you only express that side of yourself to certain people. But I do feel like you could have a job that's quite standard, and maybe people see you as kind of both sides of the coin. Like, you know, you have this side of being able to get your practical matters done, but also you have this side of you that wants to just break free of convention. You want to go your own way and do what feels best for you, because maybe the mundane and the routine of the everyday makes you feel a bit bored, and I think you just want to change. And I feel like, you know, you're wanting change, like you're always wanting to break free or to expand, and that's what people see. Like, you don't want to be bored, you always want to be moving forward or having some type of change, because I feel like that is what inspires you. And yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like, if you're wanting a change, I feel like they're saying to really look at your current predicament and see how you could be making changes on a practical level on an everyday basis. Like, if you're doing the same thing every day, how can you switch up your routine? How can you make it more fun? How can you add a bit of spice to your life? You know, this is probably not what you came for, but I'm trying to mix it in. I'm trying to do my best to deliver the messages that Spirit wants me to deliver, and I'm also trying to give you what you wanted. Okay, so I'm at a crossroads myself, sweets, but I'm seeing that still balance is being called to play, and I'm trying to find it myself, sweets. Even in this reading, I'm trying to find balance to tell you how you're exuding energy and the messages that you need to hear while you're here, okay? If that makes sense. But yeah, lots of things are happening in this current time. But yeah, let's just see what else Spirit wants to say. Like, what else do you have to say, Spirit? Because it's like, I can want to structure the reading a certain way, and it just, you know, I can't control anything. So can we get more information for them? So yeah, have faith in yourself, because I feel like there is a blockage right now of what you want and what is expected of you, and maybe you're at this standstill. You're at this standstill because you want to go after your dreams, you want to do what you want to do, but how can you make a plan, and how can you really put that vision into action? What steps need to be taken? Maybe come up with I think it's like SMART goals. It's like strategic, or actually, I don't know what the acronym stands for, but if you look up on Google SMART goals, you'll see what the acronym stands for. It's like achievable goals that you could work up to in a timely manner, so that you're not just looking at the big vision that you have. It's like breaking it down into steps that you can follow. I feel like they're asking you to do that, and to not feel overcome by the pressure, you know, and just believe in yourself, and don't allow your dreams to kind of keep you away from where you want to be. Meditating on your solar plexus chakra as well would be good. Can we get more? Yeah, I'm really feeling like definitely these are some messages for you. I know this is not what you came for, but I feel like you need to hear it. And honestly, on this channel, I feel like Spirit does what they want to do, and I'm kind of for it, because thank you. Like, reading them intuitively just helps me better than just trying to come up with whatever, you know. I feel like I just have to be real with y'all. So anyway, definitely releasing an old version of looking at life, releasing all of these stories that have been told to you about what life is, how life should be, even stories you've told yourself, like maybe I can't fulfill my dreams, maybe I can't do this and that and the third. But really looking at yourself realistically and knowing that you are expansive, you are abundant, you are prosperous, and anything that you want you can have with hard work. And hard work doesn't mean like slaving away and sacrificing your life to fulfill this dream, but it's in life in general, we're gonna have to work hard. But it's like, where do you want to apply yourself? Do you want to apply yourself in an area that you feel drained, or do you want to apply yourself in a way that makes you feel passionate and that helps you to feel as if your work is going into something that you want? And with this perception card, it's like when you leave behind an old way of being, you can step into a new way of viewing life and recognizing that you can fulfill this. You have so much support, and it just takes for you to kind of leave behind the old mindsets, maybe an old routine, an old way of doing things, really restructuring how you approach life and making your visionary type of thinking and your ability to really be creative and dream big, allowing that to not be your downfall, but to allow it to be the hallmark of your goals. Like, this is where you're trying to work towards, but you do have to do things that maybe seem a little bit mundane to get there, but it's all for the greater good. You know, you can't just sit and wait for your dream to come true. It's a dance with the universe, you know. You have to give some so that they can give some, you know. It's a give and take type of thing. So release what isn't working for you so that you can receive the wisdom and the knowledge that you need to help you along your path. And maybe reach out to some people who have an idea of how to make their dreams come true. If you know someone who's had a dream, ask them how they, you know, got to the position where they're at, if they're successful. Let me not say if they're successful, but if you know people who've had dreams and have been successful in achieving them, ask for their advice, because I'm sure they have some. So can we get more for group 3, please? Wow, definitely taking some time out to see what is calling for you. Okay, I really see this as taking some time alone to meditate and to come back to center. I feel like you've been kind of influenced by your external forces a lot, and it's kind of caused a lack of knowing of which direction is best for you, because I feel like you have this type of energy that is kind of, you're just very receptive. And I think you taking time alone will help you to come to a better understanding of what is right for you, because you're getting in tune with your feelings. And I need to drink some water. And that's going to help you to make the best decision for yourself. You can't allow other people to make decisions for you, because you'll always be led astray. So make sure any decision that you make, you feel comfortable with it. So, and also don't be impatient with the manifestation of your dream. You know, in this story, it's like he wanted the moon or the sun to come up, and the sky god was saying, oh, if you just go to sleep, the sun will come up. But he was like, no, I need the sun right now. So he put that up, and then he went to sleep while trying to put that up, and he saw that his own impatience of wanting to have what he wanted right then was blocking out the sun. So basically saying, like, excuse me, you can want something so bad, but leave it up to the universe after a certain point. Learn when to release and when to have faith, and when to know that, you know, you've done your part. Now it's just time for divine timing to bring it in, and to just have faith. So maybe some of you have already put in the work towards your dream, but maybe you're just doubting if you've done the right thing, doubting your decision in doing it. but I feel like you made the right decision. It's just trusting the timing and trusting yourself. And this is the time of your manifestation, of recognizing like it's a test of your faith and a test of if you are going to second guess, you know, yourself because things aren't going the way you want. But I feel like, you know, things are going to happen quickly. It's just right now it's allowing you to gain a sense of understanding for yourself. For those of you who have already started, but anyway, one more please, Spirit. Yeah, see? You're in this mist of confusion because you're being led exactly where you want to be. And this mist of confusion is helping you to build up your level of trusting yourself and being able to really trust your intuition and what you know is best for you, and not being kind of influenced by the opinions, thoughts, or objections of others, but to just really trust yourself and know that yes, not everything is going to be clear, not everything is going to be, you know, smooth sailing, but those times of confusion is helping us to come to a new level of understanding, and to just trust the process is what I feel with this card, is to trust the process, and that, you know, your guides and the universe acknowledge that you might be in a confusing time in your life, but this confusion is stirring up the pot for you to get through it. You know, it's helping you to move forward. Think of a tornado, you know. You're probably confused if you're inside of a tornado, like, where am I going, what's happening? But as soon as it's over, you'll see that, wow, I got taken a lot farther than I would have ever expected to. And that's exactly what they're saying. In this era of confusion that you're in, you are being led exactly where you need to be, and it's taking you farther than you ever expected. So hold your vision, you know, stay committed, and just learn to take time for yourself and trust what you feel. Okay. So interesting. So I don't know if I even should get this, but let's just see. Anything else, please, Spirit? Anything else? Definitely have confidence in your way about going towards your dreams, but also you could be seen as a confident person. Yeah, be confident in yourself. You can have a lot of honestly, I can't even talk about the energy that you exude anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna title this video. I guess I still should title it because that's the plan for it, but it's just very interesting, this reading. Just trust yourself, trust your path, do what feels right for you, have confidence in yourself on your path, and take a risk and continue to trust in what you feel you should be doing, and knowing that what is coming to you is amazing. With the Sagittarius card, it's making me think of temperance. Balance is coming in. Allow yourself to take this time to just come to a bigger and broader understanding of your situation. But y'all, I am so sorry that this reading did not turn out the way I wanted it to. But I'm sure that the message, if you're still here, resonated. So let me know in the comments. Leave it a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed. But again, you know, it's like, what can I do? What can I do? But I hope you enjoyed. Nonetheless, I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I'll see you in another one, but until then, I will be leaving you guys. So toodles.